Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. Old things have passed away, and look, new things have come. Everything is from God, who reconciled us to himself through Christ and gave us the ministry of reconciliation. Coming to World Changers in 2015. Reconcile.
You guys excited about Tampa?
Yes. Why am I the only one?
Helen's apparently the only one excited about going to Tampa. The rest of you are like, take it or leave it. It's good. Great.
Yay, no more.
The theme, I don't know if you guys saw the theme last Sunday and you saw it in the video. The theme for this year is reconcile. And it's taken from 2 Corinthians 5:17 through 21. And this passage reads, "Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he's a new creation. Old things have passed away, and look, new things have come. Everything is from God, who reconciled us to himself through Christ and gave us the ministry of reconciliation. That is, in Christ, God was reconciling the world to himself, not counting their trespasses against them. And he has committed the message of reconciliation to us. Therefore, we are ambassadors for Christ, certain that God is appealing through us. We plead on Christ's behalf, be reconciled to God. He made the one who did not know sin to be sin for us, so that we might become the righteousness of God in him." This is going to be our theme. This is the theme passage for the trip. It's also going to be a major passage that we look at as we prepare to go. I want to thank all of you for being here tonight, parents especially. I know this is cutting into your time and your schedule and everything like that, and so I appreciate you being here and just kind of getting the information to help your students go and be a part of the Great Commission, not too far from home, but far enough that it might seem like sending them around the world. So this meeting's not going to last very long. I do want you guys to know I am recording this. If at any time you guys need to go back and check on something, you can ask me, or you can go back and watch the video again. That'll also come into play in something else that we're going to talk about here in a minute. One thing, I don't have these tonight, but I will have them very soon, participant forms. Participant forms have to be completed and signed by each participant. If you're under 18, your parents have to sign it, and we're going to get it notarized. I'm actually looking into getting a notary, or becoming a notary, because of all the stuff that we have to have notarized. It's not that expensive in Indiana, but I don't know. I need to find out exactly.
Tim Sidwell is.
I know Tim Sidwell is.
He keeps his current, so.
Yeah, I know his is getting ready to expire though,
Okay.
and so I don't know if he was planning on renewing his. Either way, I think it's like $2 or something like that, or like it's a ridiculously.
And the license lasts a long time.
It's a ridiculously small fee to pay for the value that it has, and so I'm going to look into doing that. Another thing along those lines, each participant is responsible for having their own primary medical insurance coverage. Most of you don't need to worry about this because you're under your parents and everything. So if you have any questions about insurance or anything like that, just let me know, and we can figure something out for that. Okay, a couple things that they specifically asked that I mentioned. Food and lodging. Will be sleeping, worshiping, and eating at a local school or church. The good news, if it's a local school or church, there probably will be air conditioning.
That's what we thought.
Probably.
Counting on.
I've talked to the project director. I've talked to the project director, and he said that they are. I suspect that Philadelphia wasn't the only place that had that problem last year, because he said, yeah, we got some feedback about that last year. So, so each participant will need to bring an air mattress, twin size mattress only, is what they're asking. A sleeping bag, towels, etc. You guys know what you need to survive for the week, right? Whatever goop y'all put in your hair and everything. So.
I don't really care about my hair. It's not even worth it. I just want to
Ellen,
the whole time.
I already told you that Heather's gonna do all sorts of crazy braids in your hair for the week, so she's excited about it.
That's fine.
So, All right, this is one of the major things that we need to figure out, and this is, I kind of need all of your input on this. All participants must undergo the training in the pre-project study. That's students, that's adult participants as well. We need to figure out a time to do this because in thinking through it, Sunday school time isn't going to work like it did last year with the adult participants needing to be involved because Heather teaches a Sunday school class, Jeffrey teaches a Sunday school class, I'm assuming you're involved in Sunday school, and...
Not really anymore.
Not really? Okay. Is there a good time that works for the students, for you guys, for the adults and everything? Jeffrey said he's kind of pretty open to every, whatever time, so. My thinking was maybe Sunday evening before evening service would work, but you guys tell me, what works?
Tell them how many sessions you're talking about.
We're talking 4 sessions. So I'm thinking if we do either 4 consecutive weeks or 1 Sunday a month, that's depending on how we do it, that'll work out pretty easily.
How long are the sessions? Are they 30 minutes? Are they an hour?
Honestly, I haven't looked too closely at them yet.
I'm just wondering if we can't
They
calculate them in a day and do it on Saturday.
Well, the problem with doing them like that is that they want you to kind of build on the experience, build on the study, and so go do something with this now. And so doing it all in one Saturday kind of defeats the purpose of the way they've structured the study.
Just a thought.
Yeah, no, that was one thing I thought about as well, and then as I kind of skimmed through them, I was like, oh, that kind of defeats the purpose of how they want us to do this. I'm guessing about an hour is what I'm looking at here.
About Saturday morning, about 7 o'clock.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ryan, I'm okay with that, but I'm gonna have to let you talk to my wife about that one.
Just remember, you have to get up too.
Oh, I do, believe me, 5:30 every day.
You have to come to town though.
I'm here every day.
They'll drop somebody off, won't you?
On Saturday?
No, it could be. I am Monday through Friday, so what's one more day?
Sunday evenings work. Do you want to do it in 4? Would it be easier to do 4 consecutive Sundays or 1 Sunday a month?
Oh, and then with spring break for 1 week. Some people may be gone.
Yeah.
We're gonna be gone most of June.
2 weeks in
I
June.
try to do it 4 consecutive weeks, but we may have to skip the 1 week.
Well,
Should be Ellen.
Huh?
We'll be gone 3 Sundays in June.
Yeah, but if you do 2 consecutive, like start the next week, skip spring break Sunday and then do the 2 after.
Next Sunday won't work because it's D-Now weekend, and
Just do what?
it's Disciple Now weekend, and I'm gonna be wiped out.
The driver that's gonna be those type of events.
Yeah.
I'm okay with doing it on a Sunday afternoon before service, but
So then why don't you start it the Sunday after the spring break?
Yeah.
You could run
Well,
straight.
I was thinking right after Easter. If we did it right after Easter, I think
Oh, yeah.
we could shoot it straight through. Like 4 straight Sundays after Easter? Okay, let me write that down.
If somebody misses one, is there a way to make it up?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna, that's what, if somebody, now I'm doing this as a, God gave Moses the law because of grace, as a provision. Okay? Not that grace, but the bigger grace. So, if it was for that grace, he would have included a few more rules. So I'm telling you this not to give you an excuse, but as kind of a backup. I am going to record the study sessions. And if for some reason you're not able to be here for a legitimate reason, for example, if Daphne's working in the evening, that, you know, she'll be able to make that up by watching the video, and that'll be pretty easy to do. That said, it's not, having the video in itself is not an excuse not to be here for it, because there's things that we're going to be doing as a group, there's activities they want us to do together in the study sessions, and we can't do those if nobody comes.
So what time we talking, 5?
I think we can meet at 5. That's I don't think that anybody here is inquired. that
What
we-
day are you starting?
What's that?
What day, Sunday the
This,
12th?
yeah, after, the Sunday after Easter. And
And
so-
4 in a row?
We're gonna do 4 in a row, yep. And so, yeah, we can do it at 5 o'clock, and we can, that'll roll right into, let's say 4:45, so we can, so there's enough of a gap between the study and church service. Let me think here. A couple other things that I need to cover is, Tampa does have 2 different types of ministry crews. They have the construction crews, which you guys are very familiar with, you guys have done in the past, but they also have the community crews. And these are gonna be groups that kind of do, I think one of them is gonna be involved with backyard Bible study, which is kind of like a VBS type thing. You saw some of them were involved in just outreach at a playground. I don't know all the details on the community projects, but these are gonna be more engaging in the community itself through Bible study and things like that. Construction crews are also going to be doing that, but in just a slightly different way. And so the ministry crews are going to be 10 to 15 members, and they do say that at least 2 people from the same church will be on each crew. So if you're not going to be by yourself, so that's good news for you guys. Let's see here. They do want,
Let me go back.
Yep, go ahead.
Did they get a choice?
they do get a choice, as long as we can get it in time. And if you guys haven't signed up, if you guys haven't signed, like, giving me your name, and crew preference, I have the sign-up list, and I will give that to you right after we finish here, and you can sign that, and as soon as I do that, I'll call him on Monday, and I will give him your ministry crew preferences, and we will probably be locked into that because we're way ahead of everybody else on this trip, apparently. So, so you do have a choice to an extent, I guess, it makes sense.
Because last year, I don't think they had a choice.
Yeah, well, Philadelphia was all construction, so there wasn't a community element to it. Yes, about the study, yep, that'll be in the bulletin in the coming weeks and everything like that.
She's talking about the preference.
Oh, the preferences, I think Daphne's already signed up, I think they
I'll
already
be
have
better
hers.
if she gets home tonight, I guarantee
So,
you that. Because we lose an hour.
let's see here, adults are asked to participate in every sense of the word, so, and that's kind of why I said, that, being involved with the pre-project study. I think everybody's done background checks, but if you haven't had a background check done, you're going as a participant. We'll need to get that done for you as well. Let's see here. To see. Dress code, we'll cover dress code in a little bit more depth at a later time, but basically, a couple things, sleeved shirts, long pants, shorts are acceptable at church plant projects, which we're not really doing, so that means long pants, and shorts are acceptable at lodging facilities, but they should be modest in length. Knee length.
Hello, Maylene.
This is one that I can't stress highly enough. I don't know that it would be a problem here, but the fact that they used my exact wording in this, I thought was funny. Yoga pants, tights, and leggings are not pants.
Also with shorts, girls.
Let me say that again. Yoga pants, tights, and leggings are not pants. Okay?
The shorts requirement also at the housing facility as well.
Yes, yeah, you're allowed to wear shorts at the housing facility, but they have to be modest shorts. So, no short shorts. So about the yoga pants, tights, and leggings, these may not be worn outside your assigned sleeping room unless layered underneath a modest length dress or skirt. So if you really, really want to add a layer of clothing in Tampa at the end of July, by all means, go ahead.
Yummy.
Just love that face.
Obviously, durable shoes, closed-toed shoes, sandals are not acceptable. Shoes or boots with heavy soles are recommended for construction projects. Always wear shoes outside of your rooms. They're not really messing around with the dress code. So, I mean, they're pretty serious about it.
I had them on this last year, and they were like, this only like this thick, and I had nails poked through them.
Which is, yes. So, again, we'll go over the responsible participant commitment at a later time. I have a what to bring checklist, or what to bring to a project checklist, and what not to bring to a project. I will give all of you copies of those with the responsible participant commitment. And I'm going to, there's not a spot for you to sign it on here, but I do want you guys to actually sign that page, just acknowledging that you read it, because things like, they don't want you bringing iPods, CD, DVD players, headphones, radios, expensive jewelry, clothing. Again, I shouldn't have to mention this, but tobacco products, alcohol, or illegal drugs. This one is for my wife, weapons of any kind.
I don't have
There's
any
all
on
kinds of
me.
weapons in the trailer.
You don't know the number of times that my wife and I have been going somewhere and she's been,
He doesn't mean
I have my pocket knife on me. Do you think that's gonna be a problem?
Yeah, like.
I won't carry pocket knives for that reason.
All right, do you guys have any questions for me at all?
Exactly, when is, World Changers?
We'll be leaving, that's good information to ask. We will be leaving after church on July 19th.
Okay, that's what.
And we're trying to stay at a church south of Atlanta on that night, and then driving the rest of the way on the 20th, and we will be back on the 25th. So that Saturday, we're going to drive.
Call Charles Stanley, see if he can stay at his church, there's probably plenty of room.
He's in Atlanta. I don't want to be in Atlanta on Monday morning.
We want to be closer to Valdosta.
I don't know how far it's
So down to Georgia, maybe you could check with their church down there.
Maybe, I'm waiting, I'm still waiting to hear back from one church that I contacted, south of Georgia, or south of Atlanta.
Are you looking at Valdosta? Did somebody say Valdosta?
What is that, is that where they go?
I don't include that.
I got connections to Valdosta.
Valdosta's right on the line.
Oh, is that on the Florida line?
Yeah.
That's way too far south.
Okay.
That's 4 hours south. That's a really long, that adds, we wouldn't get
Okay,
there till
I just,
midnight.
somebody said that.
So,
But on that Saturday, you'll go straight through.
I think Jonesboro is the church that I'm talking to. Yeah, we're
Are
gonna,
you both going or just in?
Just me.
Bless your heart.
you going? Any other questions? We are still looking for, we need one more female chaperone.
Crystal!
I think somebody just got volunteered. I'm not sure. We can talk about that, yeah, okay, we'll think about it. That's the most,
If she goes, the community's gotta go too, so.
that's the most polite no.
That's the only way this deal's gonna
Wait a
work.
minute, well, Kennedy could just help you out at the shop for the week. Just saying, she could.
Be nice and warm, no air conditioning in there either.
Yeah, you get the experience we had last year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Any other questions?
So you're driving straight back on Saturday,
We're-
or back on Friday?
Whenever it ends, so I think
We'll
we'll,
stay Friday night.
yeah, we'll stay Friday night. Yeah,
Because if it's like last year, we were pooped when we got back Friday night, so.
yeah, I have a feeling we're not gonna drive Friday night, that just seems like a bad idea, just,
they have their closing and all that.
Yeah.
stuff Friday night.
Yeah, well, there's no reason why we can't make it back on one day on Saturday. We'll leave early in the morning, get up and go. And, so.
Early on a Saturday morning with girls.
Listen, I don't need them to do anything. I just need them to do the zombie crawl to the van. That's all I need them to do. Yeah, exactly. All you need is your sleep clothes and your sleeping bag and your mattress on that Friday night, because
But I need my
You're-
clothes.
no, you don't. You're gonna wear your sleep clothes all the way home anyways.
No, I'm not.
I saw the pictures from the van on the way home. You guys were still, I don't think you guys ever got dressed on Saturday.
I was
Trying
trying
to clothes 3 times.
Why would you get dressed on Saturdays?
Then Helen, for you, you just need one set of clothes. That's all you need. I will help you, okay? I will help you process
Taking the
this.
low one or like these.
It'll be okay.
Or we're gonna make up like evil. Oh my gosh.
I will be taking the video camera with me, so we'll be able to do our, like, do a video and stuff to show the church and stuff when we do our report back. That's another good point. You guys, as part of this, and in preparation for the report back, after we get back, we are going to do a workshop on storytelling. And, which may sound interesting, may sound boring, but it'll help you in a lot of areas, not just in this, but it'll help you in a lot of different areas of your life as well. Just being able to tell a short story with a point, we're looking in 2 to 3 minutes, instead of not having something planned out and going for a really long time. It'll help us when we do a report back for the church and before the church, and we want to tell stories, and so everybody's not here all night. And so I think that'll be helpful, and you guys will want to tell your stories, and I want to help you tell your stories in a way that's interesting to people and doesn't just completely bore them. So, any other questions? Alrighty.
It'll be fun, I promise you.
It'll be fun.
I
Favorite week
can't.
of the summer.
It's your favorite week of the summer?
Same.
I don't have a favorite week.
Well, maybe this will be it.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be it.
Maybe take your wall.
Hey, parents also, just before you leave, just as a reminder, I mean, we are doing the World Changers fundraiser tomorrow, and we will spring ahead tonight, so
Lose my heart.
you lose an hour of sleep back.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And you got that car wash that we went.
That is in May. So yeah, that's May 16th. I mentioned that to him, and so I tried not to give him too much information too much in advance, but yeah, it's May 16th. It's the same weekend as the Highway 50 yard sale.
Why not do it with a hammer?
So, yep, I tried intentionally planning that
That's a
weekend.
good idea. Put a sign or people down so you drop it down the highway.
Yeah.
This one was May
Is that
16th.
gonna be here?
No, it's gonna be at State Farm.
Oh, that,
There you go, now you're talking.
I was gonna say, since Highway 50 is right there though, it would be better to do it.
Yeah, that would get lots of people to go away.
For all the wrong reasons.
Yep, you made it, you have the week, you do. You know what? You're gonna have the best time of your life with me. I'm awesome, okay? I'm funny and
Some
awesome.
people read news, they can't.
When?
so it's-
Same.
Right, everybody don't have a copy.
I'm fun and awesome.
If you have to tell people you're fun and awesome,
Helen, you're not fun and awesome.
You're Helen.
They're all very easy.
Yeah, so I remember going to help them back up.
Every month you go.
I know you do. We all love you.
Well, let me, I'm gonna run upstairs and grab that sign-up sheet. You guys haven't signed up
I'm
yet.
gonna wave
Go
at the
ahead and do
camera.
that now.
Who don't have